Okay, so we're here at Marilla skate park. One of the first things you need to know when tackling frontside kick turns is that you are going to have to keep your shoulder straight with the nose of your board. So that nose of the board, you want your shoulder lined up with it. This is something that you do in all skateboarding, honestly. If your shoulder's lined up with the nose of your board or where you want to go, that's where your board's going to go. So if you let this shoulder drop down while you're turning, you're going to fall to the left. If you let it go linger to the right when you're turning left, you are going to mess up and you're not going to be able to properly pivot. That's going to bring you into the second step, which is keeping your momentum. If you're having your shoulder linger behind where you want your board to go, it means you're going to start to lose speed because you're going to be turning against your board and not with it. So you want to make sure that you have at least a good bit of speed. I'll give you an example right here of a kick turn with at least adequate speed for somebody who's learning to do kick turns. One of the things you want to do when you're getting more comfortable with kick turns is to kick turn right before coping. Many skaters, when they're first starting out with kick turns, they're going to try to kick turn right at the base of the ramp. You should be kick turning right about here, because as you start to turn, it's going to arc you up and potentially over. For me personally, this is where I set up my kick turns. You may want to set it somewhere different. It just depends on the skater, but for me, that's the footing. Now, I don't have my actual GoPro today. We're filming with my phone, which is a Galaxy S10 with a little tripod handheld mount thing. So we're gonna try to get a riding kick turn and not break my phone. Hopefully later today, though, I'm gonna pick up a new SD card so I can get my GoPro back up and running, and then we're gonna get some other videos. And honestly, when you get kick turns down, you can do it on anything. You can do it on flat ground, do some pivots, pivot 360s. You can do numerous variations. You can take them to banks. You can do them on some bank to ledges. You can do some sketchy, weird things with kick turns. They're the building block of a lot of different tricks. So let's get a couple more angles, and I'll show you how they're done. Important item number 3 that you need to know about doing kick turns is that you're gonna want to lift up on your board. Should be an obvious one. Most people are trying to understand that, but if you don't, you want to take your board, be standing like this, and then you're gonna lean back. Now, when you're leaning back on the board, you don't want to lean too far backwards or too far forwards. Too far forwards, you're gonna smash your face, you're gonna die, it's gonna be terrible. 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna smash those teeth. Hopefully not, don't get too scared, it's just a kick turn, but a possibility. Worst case scenario, that happens. Best case scenario, you lean a little bit too far backwards, you slide out, you get brush burn, it sucks, you get over it, you push forward. So, those are the 2 negative outcomes that can come out of kick turns, with a lot of little possibilities in between. So don't lean too far backwards, don't lean too far forwards, and just commit, honestly. Commitment for any of these trick tips is gonna be a big thing I'm gonna harp on, because honestly, when you're kicking out, you're giving up. You gotta conquer your own mind sometimes before you can conquer the trick, and that's my little philosophical quote for the day. Here's some examples of what happens when you lean too far forward or too far back. I didn't stage it that close to the camera. It wasn't supposed to be. There was supposed to be a fall. It wasn't supposed to almost come. Scratch that. You're getting one example of what happens when you fall, because I almost knocked out my $1,000 phone with no case on it currently, trying to show you guys. So please hit the like button, hit subscribe. Almost destroyed my phone for that one. Would appreciate it, so I can make more videos and risk my technology and stuff so that you guys can get some enjoyment and learn how to skate better. Or for that matter, just watch me fall and laugh, either one. Real quick, here's a couple variations of a pivot that I mentioned earlier. You can take it further, you can take it a couple steps less. Let's get it. In wrapping up, we want to make sure that your shoulder is over the nose of the board, that your feet are in the correct position, front foot right around bolt, maybe an inch or two below bolts for your turn, back foot with the tail, not hanging too far over, not hanging too far backwards. Keep it kind of even. That's how I prefer to do it. You want to make sure you keep your momentum. Don't lean too far backwards. Don't lean too far forwards. Commit. Don't give up. Keep doing sketchy things. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep it sketchy.